What's up, everybody? This is your boy, the infamous TMF, back at it again with another unboxing slash review. This time for the Iron Man slash Ursa Major Build-A-Figure wave. Guys, I know I'm super late on this one, but you know what I always say, better late than never. So let's get right to it. So first up, we've got the boy you all came here to see. The modular Iron Man armor from that classic 90s Iron Man comics and the 90s animated series that we all know and love, and more importantly, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This is the Iron Man that we grew up loving in the 90s. Let's get this bad boy open. So first off, I love this background they have. I didn't even notice that. That is nice. I might hold on to that. It's pretty simple. I've seen a lot of people say, which I tend to agree with, that they wish they made his colors more bright, akin to the AI Iron Man they did in that Shang-Chi wave. Now, we'll probably get a recolor of this somewhere down along the line, but for now, this is still very nice with these more metallic colors. Got good flexible arms and legs on this bad boy. Tight, but like I always say, you rather have it tight than loose because it's a lot easier to make something loose than it is to make something tight when it comes to joints on these things. And does he pass the stand test right out of the box? Of course he does. It's the invincible Iron Man. Got these blast effects. Typical blast effects. Fisted hands. I mean, are you a superhero if you can't punch somebody? Let's move on. Next up, we got the Vault Guardians. Perfect for army building and posing with your symbiote characters, especially lately with that new, was it Maximum or Extreme Carnage? I think it's Extreme Carnage miniseries that came out a few months ago. We've got these bad boys trying to take down the symbiotes all across the country, usually unsuccessfully, but I can't blame them for trying. That is in the comics for those of you that aren't keeping up. Let's see, we got the right arm for Ursa Major. Gonna put that up there. Another cool techie background, this time no Iron Man. Got a gun. Not sure why you need that. Maybe back when they first came out, they didn't have repulsors. I'd have to look into that. But they definitely have repulsors now. Or do they? I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong. You got gun holding hands, closed fists. And these bad boys pass the standing test right out of the box. I love that this cage around his head is a separate piece and not just part of one singular mold. I don't know. I just really like that. Like you can even see between it if you look really close. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but yeah, not much to say about this. This is a really good base for customs if you're into that. Very simple, easy to mold something onto. But as a figure for Vault Guardian, I mean, spot on. Not much you could really ask for with that. Pretty simple. Moving on. Next up, we have that classic stealth armor with a comic book Tony Stark portrait. Very important if you didn't pick up that classic Iron Man that came with that already. So you could, of course, swap that out with the modular Iron Man, or really any other Iron Man armor if you prefer the classic comic Tony Stark as opposed to Robert Downey Jr. And we've got one of the Big Bear's legs with this. I like these red blasts to go with that red looking arc reactor right there. Open hands for blasting, gotta have those. Oh no. I've got like dust on this thing. Look at that. Pulled it right out of the package and a piece chipped off. I can't even tell where that came from. Good grief. Oh, Lord. Okay, so his crotch exploded as I pulled him out of the box. That's a new one. Never seen that happen before. Jeez. I don't know if that's the figure's fault or just the transport got too cold. I don't know. I've never seen that happen to a figure before. Other than that, I guess it's nice. That's really bad. What are the odds of that? Never seen that happen before. Okay. He's still standing out of the box. More power to him. Jeez, let's move on. Okay, so next up we've got Dark Star. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with this one. I'm gonna have to get a return from Amazon on that stealth armor. That was crazy. I don't know too much about her. I'm sure most people don't. Like, yes, I know she's part of that Russian Avengers team. Let's see. Drafted as a Soviet operative on a nefarious mission, Lania Petrovna eventually broke free from the system and began to use her super secret skills to her own ends. And as you know, she's on the team with Ursa Major, Red Guardian, and Crimson Dynamo. This is the body and the back, and this is huge. A lot of pieces to this. Solid figure. Not a big fan of this, but a very solid figure. The hair is nice. Passes the stand test, comes with a lot of extra hands, which is nice, especially for a figure that people who've been trying to get this team built have probably been waiting a minute for. So that's nice. Got gun holding hands, open hands, and fists. That's great. Moving on. All right, next up is the real star of the show, Riri Williams, Tony Stark's young protege. Certified super genius, Riri Williams turns a dorm room project into a high-tech, high-flying suit of armor and becomes a force for good. And not to mention is mentored by the AI ghosts / avatar of Tony Stark himself. I like these heart repulsor or arc reactor things right here. This is a very, very good figure. Very good figure. Say what you want about the character. You didn't like the comic, whatever. This is a great body mold here. pinless joints. A lot of people are excited about that. Pinless elbows and knees on a female mold. This is amazing. This is just amazing right here. We've got open hands, smoke effects, blast here, and a really nice portrait with really nicely molded hair. That's great. No complaints here. This is a great figure. Real standout in this wave. And speaking of the AI Tony Stark, here we have hologram Iron Man, which is pretty much Riri Williams' mentor for the most part of her story arc. Ever the innovator, Tony Stark takes flight in holographic form, a computer-generated avatar and an enduring force for good. You would have to have bought the AI Tony Stark from the Shang-Chi wave to get his face portrait, which is all right, because I'm sure most of us did. Even if we mostly skipped that wave, we have Ursa Major's head here. Very nice, very, very convincing, very intimidating. This beautiful translucent plastic here. Like, I've seen so many people take so many good shots here with this thing lit up. This is just so nice. Love to see this on a holographic, cloaked and what's the word I'm looking for? Ice-based characters. 2 sets of fists, which is great because you're not gonna find a replacement pair of hands for these. This is a very unique piece. This is just awesome here. Love it. Last but certainly not least, and the reason why it took me so long to make this stinking video, we have classic Ultron. You guys were out there army building this thing. I understand why. Yes, he has 1,000 copies, but geez, you guys made it hard for single figure collectors like myself to get one of these. But I eventually tracked one down in the wild, no resellers, and got this thing. So here we go. Moment of truth. Arm of Ursa. We've got 3 sets of hands. That is always great. Gun holding, open and fisted. And that glorious Kirby crackle. That is just amazing. If you grew up reading comics back then, or if you're just a fan and you like to look back on the classics, you have a real appreciation for this effect right here. Like, I was very surprised when this figure was announced and they added this little tidbit in there. That was just awesome. And this makes this figure a 10 out of 10 figure to me. Just having this crackle effect right here is just so cool. And it just fits so easily into his head. Like, his design really lends to it. That's just great. All right, now let's get that Build-A-Figure built. Okay, now let's see how much trouble this bad boy gives me. Hopefully not too much. I'm gonna work from the bottom up this time. Well, that leg's not coming out. Once it's in there, it's in there. There we go. The head went on there super easy. The arm, super easy. Let's get the back on there. Super simple. The extra fur. Ah, there we go. That was nice and easy. No complaints with that one. Let's get a better look at him. Okay, so here's Ursa Major in all his glory. It's a side view, rear view, other side view. Let's compare him with another average height figure. So obviously he's gonna be significantly taller, as most of the Build-A-Figures are, and bulkier. He looks nice. He really looks nice. If you're collecting that team, you really need this. And he's just, even if you're not a fan of the Russian Avengers, I can't even remember what they're called off the top of my head. This guy is really nice looking. You gotta have him. So that's pretty much my video, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm not going to be posting every day or even every week, so I'm not going to be ruining your phone with notifications. If you know somebody that's still somehow on the fence about picking this wave up, just do me a favor and share this video with them so they can get a nice look at these figures. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Really appreciate that. I like to post action figure and pop culture related things on Instagram at the infamous TMF. So follow me there. Again, thank you so much for reaching the end of this video. TMF out.